watching My News 26. I'm Marlena Scarborough, and today we're in the Manistee National Forest, just outside of Baldwin, speaking with the president of Michigan Dog Drivers Association, Linda Lange. Linda, how did this association get started?
We incorporated in 2004. Our purpose back then was to encourage people to spend more time on the trails with their dogs. And so we encouraged people to do more training, do more conditioning, better nutrition for their sled dogs. And since then, we've sort of morphed into a different purpose. Now we are working with other sled dog organizations to help them put on events on this trail system here. And also we are working with the Forest Service, Manistee National Forest Service. We have a challenge cost sharing agreement with them for the maintenance and the grooming of this trail system.
Wow, so Michigan Dog Drivers Association has just really grown in the past years then, working with all sorts of people, dogs, people, and the forest, and just kind of making it a really awesome organization.
Yes, we are really focused on this particular trail system right now. It's taken us about 6 years to get to this point. This year you'll see our new signage that we put up that will stay up for the entire season. So we have a seasonal agreement with the Forest Service to use these trails.
And how many dogs do you normally have on a sled? Is there multiple dogs, one dog, how many?
Well, it depends on what class you're running and what organization you're running with. Mid-Union Sled Haulers, which is also called MUSH, they run an odd number of dogs, so 3 dog, 5 dog, 7 dog are typically what their classes are, and then the mileage corresponds with the number of dogs they're running. And the same with Great Lakes Sled Dog Association, they run 4 dog, 6 dog, 8 dog, 10 dog, and both organizations offer a junior class.
Oh, wow. So it really depends on who you're running for, what organization you're running for, and that's how many dogs you're going to have.
That's right.
So how many dogs do you have on your sled?
I'm running 4 today. The trail, I think, is going to be a little fast. It froze up pretty well overnight, so I'm just going to take out 4, and we're just going to do a 3-mile run.
Well, that's good, and I'm sure the dogs will love it. They get to run, be outside. So the dogs that we're looking at right now, they don't look full husky like a normal sled dog or what people would think a sled dog would be. So what kind of dogs are these?
These are Alaskan Huskies. They are 3/4 Alaskan Husky and 1/4 Border Collie. Okay. And I bred that specifically because I wanted the Border Collie line in there to have a little more brains.
Right.
But they are considered Alaskan Huskies.
Okay, so really depending on what you want in a dog is what the breeders are going to breed.
That's
Whether
right.
it be, like you said, the Border Collie for the brains, or for maybe even to go a little bit faster, and
Right.
maybe a Husky for the hardiness. It just depends on what you want.
Yes, and you can see Christie's dogs have quite a bit of hound in them. Pointer crosses with Alaskans, so you'll see when we take off, Christie is much faster than I am.
Okay.
She has younger dogs, except for her 1 leader, but they are born and bred to go fast.
Okay.
My dogs are more bred to be recreational.
Okay, I see. So there is a significant difference in what the person who is in charge of these dogs and kind of owning these dogs on what they really are looking for. There's a distinct difference in each individual person who is owning these dogs.
That's correct. Some people just sort of stumble into the sport with a Labrador Retriever and an Australian Shepherd, and they might ski-jur with their dogs or bike with their dogs. So you don't have to have an Alaskan Husky or even a Pointer Cross to do this sport. You can really use any dog that's structurally sound and wants to go.
Wow, and I'm sure most dogs just love to just get out here and just run around
Yes.
and do what they want to do. So if people want to get involved in this and bring their dogs out here, how can they do that?
Well, I always recommend that people come out and watch a race, and they'll get to meet a lot of people, see a lot of different kinds of dogs, a lot of different kinds of gear. I think the best way to get introduced to the sport is to volunteer to race.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Linda.
You're welcome.
Just outside of Baldwin in the Manistee National Forest with My News 26, I'm Marlena Scarborough.